back to Couples Couch. Oh, keep doing it. Let's go. Let's keep going. I'm Peyton. And I'm PJ. But I wasn't my own name. I'm Peyton. And I'm PJ. PJ Humphries.
Welcome back to the Married at First Sight Season 13, Episode 10 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam. Let's get into this week's episode. Sorry this is coming to you one day late. I did request sick leave. Apparently it was approved by all my bosses in the comment section below. I only had one disgruntled supervisor who tried to put a grievance in about me taking a day off, but I don't take off a lot of days, so the board of directors dismissed his disgruntledness.
I don't care what they say. Your day off caused me to be here filming on a Friday.
I'm
supposed to be in the streets.
Not the streets. Anyways.
I'm supposed to be catching up with Rachel out in the streets.
Anyways, let's talk about this week's episode. This episode actually gave everything it was supposed to have gave.
It was good.
I was like, it would be good on the week that I feel like
That's what I was thinking, like a good show and they gotta wait another day.
Wait a second. Do you care anything about my health though?
Yes, I do, and I was here. She could have filmed y'all.
I couldn't have. I was tired. Listen, I want y'all to get a real good understanding, and I'm about to spill all the tea. All Patrick does is come and sit here, talk trash, and walk away. You know who's left with all the work? Me. And now you sit here with your bare face, have the nerves to say with your black self that I should have been here doing all the work with 101 fever and body aches and congestion. And let's get into the way the show opens up. Let's get into the episode.
What are you looking at me for?
Because it's my eyes. The name of this week's episode is Locked Out. Soon as I heard the title, I was like, I can't help but think about Akon. Locked Up. You know what I'm talking about.
Locked up.
They won't let me out. Well, in this case, they won't let me in.
Locked up.
They won't let me in.
You're not locked out. I secured my property.
The show opens up on day 23 of marriage.
3 weeks and 2 days. It's been so long.
Brett and Ryan are in the kitchen. Ryan is cooking breakfast. Johnny and Bao are doing like their morning yoga. So they're kind of like getting into their routines as they kind of did in the last episode.
Right.
You know, getting into their new normal. Michaela and Zach are actually not together in this scene. Zach is out working out and his friend shows up. Zach tells him that him and Michaela planned to have movie night the other night, and he needed to go back to his place to get the Apple TV. Keep up with me now, y'all. And, you know, that's because he needed that Apple TV thing to watch the movie at their shared apartment. So he had to go back to his place and get it. Got to his place to get it. Then he was like, I'm actually kind of like, it's kind of late and I'm tired, so I'm just going to stay here at my place. And he called Michaela and told her, like, I'm just going to chill here. And then Michaela was like, how this work? Like, you said you was going to get the Apple TV so we could watch the movie, and then now you staying back at the house because it's late. So she got upset, but she handled herself to where she didn't have a knee-jerk reaction. And he said that they talked it through and she was good and he stayed at the house.
You have one of them Fast and the Furious cars that sound like bam when they drive by. They only got one seat. They only got the driver's seat, and it's like on the other side of the car. Like they're like, "Yo, it's car club cool."
Right?
No, it's a one-seater car. It sounds like a lawnmower.
I just thought like it was real funny style that you are staying at your place. Like, aren't we supposed to be married? Why are you staying at your house anyway? We're supposed to be living here together.
Because his Apple TV is named Sarah.
Well, that's
the most plausible excuse I could come up with. If you gave me 10 excuses on why he went there and he didn't come back home, put 10 excuses out, and he had a girl come over to his house, that is going to be the most plausible excuse you can give.
Well, I don't trust people no way, so you're already suspect in my eyes. Yeah. So I'm just going to already believe that you out doing wrong.
Exactly. And it's been day 23 and you've been away from me for 14 days for COVID. This is too much.
Yeah.
For 8 days. You crazy as hell.
Team too much.
Bye.
So that was the end of their scene. Let's move on to the next
Ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell. Boy, ain't no...
You good?
I'm good.
Next, Dr. Viviano shows up to meet Ryan and Brett. They talk about their feelings for each other. Ryan reveals that Brett has more feelings for him than he does for her. Ryan says he has hit a spot where he just hasn't felt the butterflies for her yet. Brett breaks down crying and says that she feels bad because this seems to be a common trend. You know, the analyst in me hears an analysis, a trend analysis. I am an analyst at work.
This is why I don't watch the show.
My mind goes into analytical mode because I'm now like picking it apart. That she said that there's a trend that happens with guys in her past that get to a point where she said that there's just something not there for them. It's either I like you, but you're amazing, but you know, you seem too familiar, and you know, like it's too much. It's too much, and they don't want it. So she starts to cry. I feel bad. I don't know what it is, Brett. What you not giving what it's supposed to have gave.
But it's not.
I don't know what you're supposed to have gave, but you're not giving it. You got to give it, right?
I might help, but if she just blah, she gonna be blah.
I never had nobody tell me like, you know, it's cool, but it ain't. It's not. You know.
Let me use the Johnny tactic. You're blah.
No, it's supposed to be. I like you, but. That's what it's supposed to be.
Messed up.
It's so messed up. So she cried, and I felt bad for her in that scene, and because she was really like bawling, and
that was an okay cry.
Yes.
Not just because she was a female, but because
the trend is there.
I guess it's a little bit because she's a female.
Oh, stop. So Dr. Viviana asked
more pleasing to the
Brett
eye.
to excuse herself out the room so she could have a one-on-one with Ryan to really get to what the root is for him. And he says that he expects to have a feeling where he wants to just come home, throw his wife up against the wall, and like make out with her. And Dr. Viviana says, I'm going to speak for all married couples right now. That's really like a Hollywood
that shit ain't
thing.
happening.
Like, that's not real. She said, like, those things only really happen on special occasions, or like, you know, if you had too much to drink, or like maybe on your birthday.
Welcome to Jocelyn's Cabaret. Your every desire will be fulfilled. Your wish
for what?
Is my command. I'm here to please you, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. That's right. Do it like it's my B-day, baby. Do it like it's my B-day. Do it like it's your B-day. Yep. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day, baby. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your B-day. Do it like it's your.
I personally think Ryan is out here asking for the most. Like, ain't nobody out here throwing nobody up against no wall.
And Ryan the whole time sitting in that couch like, listen, Dr. Viviana, I just don't like her.
He didn't.
There's nothing there. That's his whole demeanor.
It is, but he didn't say those words.
Who brings up like, I just want to bring her home and throw up against the wall. You know, but she's like, he wants passion.
He do want passion. Everybody wants passion though, right? Everybody wants passion.
Obviously not.
But I don't.
Passion means different stuff to everybody.
You throw me up against the wall, I'm calling the law. That's what I'm calling. Like, you're not about to just throw me up against nobody's wall. No way, no way.
I said I'm not in there throwing nobody up against the wall.
He wants that extra, like, and he could get it. Like, I mean, Brett wants it.
I mean, I'll throw you up against the wall if you want me to, but I don't want to throw you up against the wall. But I'm not opposed to it. If it's something you want.
Jam me up against the wall? No, sir. Not today. Not no rag doll. Don't
All right,
let
so
this
what would
red hair
you
fool
like for me to do?
We're moving on to the next scene. All right.
Speaking of doing it like it's your birthday, next Thursday's my birthday.
It is your birthday.
But I'm going to film. Because I can.
The shade. All right, go on and film with your old ass. 41 years old. He is going to be 41. You is old.
I'm maturing like fine wine.
Here you go. Anyways, let's move on to the next scene. Dr. Viviana stops in to talk to Zach and Michaela. Michaela reveals her trust is at 50% for Zach because...
That's a lot because mine would have been at 0.
She says because he says he'll do something and it doesn't happen. She feels like she is blown off. She is referring back to that movie night. Remember how that whole thing went down? Zach reveals that his trust depends on the situation. Like if Michaela says she's going to go do something, he trusts her that she's going to do that. But he doesn't trust her reaction in situations. Like he's still thrown on that. He says that her knee-jerk reactions have scarred him and has damaged his trust for that permanently. And then he starts going on and on like how, you know, her behavior is forever burned in his mind. And like the girl is trying to say, yes, I act like this. Yes, you're right. But I have sincerely apologized and tried to move on from it to show you that I'm learning.
I want to do this so
To show
bad.
you I'm learning and growing from it. What is wrong with you? Anyways, Dr. Viviana asked him, you know, is that fair to do? Like, have you been perfect completely? He's like, no, but that's just the fundamental characteristic trait in her. Like, trying to say she can't grow from that because that's who she is. And I started to feel like in that scene that Zach started to seem like the crazy person to me. And Michaela seemed a little sane to me. Like, they kind of...
Well, she's still crazy. That's how crazy she is. Like,
But it came off though like he was getting a little zany.
You ever seen them pressure cookers where like that's her being like, but I'm okay.
Those used to have the curry gold.
But I did it once. And I'm learning. And I'm still trying to learn.
She did say that.
And blah, blah, blah. And see how good I am. And blah, blah, blah. And then when we're out on the walk, just us two. Yo, trust neither one of them. Y'all just need to leave before any cases happen or charges get filed.
So then Dr. Viviana said, you need to give each other some cushion and just be kind of fair to each other. She left, Dr. Viviana. He went over to the table, started doing what Patrick was just doing, all that boohoo crying. And Michaela now tries to come over to console him. And he's like, stop! He's like, you don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't know how bad I wanted this. Like, I feel horrible about this. And, you know, this is just not the way I thought it was going to go. And
Bro.
It's just one argument. Maybe two.
What's wrong with you?
Like, if this how you gonna fall apart on me? I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you, Zach?
Okay.
What's wrong? What are you crying out for? I got no more jokes. I'll give you 2 minutes of for real. What's wrong, bro? What is it? Did somebody hurt you? Or you
hurt you?
You all already laid down, so it's nothing physical. You scared? What is wrong with you? Do you not like her? Leave. But why are you making yourself look like this on TV? There's going to be a life after this show. And right now, it's going to be tough. And it looks like you're probably going to cry about it. But you can turn it around. You can get in control of your emotions. For real. It's not about getting rid of emotions. It's about covering up and hiding them.
Don't listen to this.
No, listen to this. What do you think will happen when we go out in the streets? They're like, hey, ain't you crying? And then the first time he get his feelings hurt, a little bit, they were like, look, he gonna cry. No, there's nothing wrong with being emotional and having emotions.
And expressing your
there
emotions.
is something wrong with crying at the table because you want to watch your Apple TV by yourself at your own house.
I know.
It's 23 days.
You shouldn't be crying crying this hard.
And you were sick for 14 of them. You had COVID.
So you really got 7 days in.
7 days strong, bro.
Yeah.
And she flipped out and you've been scared for 4 of them. I know
For
2
2 or
nights
3
you
of them.
didn't even sleep there. I can't sleep here. I don't feel right. So what are you crying for? Why are you crying for what?
I feel like
There's
you
got to
need
be something wrong.
You need to be able to deal with adversity a little bit better than that. That's the way I'm going to give it to you, Zach. You need to deal with adversity a little bit better. You can't fall apart at the drop of the dime because when you have children, Zach, you know, and you know you're tired and they want juice and they want snack and they want chips and they want you to read this and
I just can't. Y'all gotta give me a minute. Now you're 27. It's been a while. They probably should have happened 19 years ago. But stop crying. Just stop.
there it is. And we're moving on.
At least stop crying on TV. If you see a camera, don't cry.
I'm moving on.
Get a therapist. Cry behind closed doors.
I want y'all to see who be getting down to the nitty gritty.
Big ass baby.
Next few scenes, the couples are having deep conversations. Rachel reveals that she was embarrassed to share her infidelity with Jose. Mirla reveals that she has now become more patient in the last 5 years, and Gil is shocked. Like, this is the more patient version of you. I'm scared to see what the other version was. That's kind of what he gave. And then
Same version.
And then Bao reveals that there was an event that happened to her when she was young that made her embarrassed or brought her great shame. She said when she was young, she felt ashamed of where she lived. And we talked about this early on. She said it was a dilapidated home or something like that. And that also, sidebar, Johnny asked, okay, you had a really bad home, but did you not have neighbors that you could count on and, be close
They
with?
were in your same situation.
Yeah, and she said, yeah, they were my closest friend, my neighbors were, but then my dad wasn't in a good space. He was known as the local drunk in the neighborhood, and my friends' parents didn't want, my dad or their kids hanging out at my house because of how my dad was. They felt like my dad was a bad influence on the other husbands in the neighborhood, so she couldn't really keep those friends.
And see, this how I've been talking mess since a little kid. So you telling me that you can't hang out with me because your dad is influenced by my drunk of a dad? I'd rather be the drunk than the person influenced by the drunk. Like, how does that even sound? Like, okay, yeah, I'm a drunk.
like the
I
other
got
husbands are easy
my problems. That's fine. Say what you want. I understand. But all I'm saying is, if I'm a drunk, why is y'all here with me? I walk this way, and y'all here with me. I go here, and y'all here with me. I look over there, but it's too far from the drink. But for real, like, if I'm the drunk and I'm influencing all of y'all, how does that make sense? Like, your dad is a follower of a drunk.
The wives didn't want their husbands hanging around him because they felt like,
That's another problem.
he was going to be in these streets.
Why does your husband want to hang out with a drunk more than stay home in the trailer with you?
Jeez. I mean, you do have a lot of good, pertinent questions. I'll allow it like they do in court. I'll allow it.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor. Sidebar.
I don't know. So she couldn't keep them friends. She didn't have to go home. Like, this was a very heavy conversation. And that's what what they call them, experts wanted them to have. Deep conversations to reveal more about themselves. Next scene, Dr. Viviana stops by to see Rachel and Jose. Soon as she walked through the door, she's like, let's talk about sex real quick. Like, tell me all about it. Like, what do you like best? Do you like the kissing, the intercourse? Yeah. What part do you like the best? And they all sitting there like,
Tell me, that question don't even make sense. Like, do you like the intercourse or the massage or the kiss? Well, the massage and the kissing and all that's cool if I get to the intercourse. But all that alone ain't nothing but
I only like just the kissing.
Yeah.
And then you would make your husband look at you like...
Yeah, like, we're going to go to the steakhouse and we're gonna order the whole meal, but we just go eat the salad.
I only like a part of it. Just a part of it is what I like. And then that would make him
And then
feel
if
some
I have
kind
to
of way.
pick, I'm going to go with the intercourse because I get to finish. Well, you can't finish in a massage and like that be okay. Come on, if we go back there, we start massaging. I'm like, thanks. See you later. You can be like, what the? Sign me up. You are the worst.
See you later. Come back soon. Come again.
All right, but Rachel did not Rachel did not look convinced at all. Jose had
looked very weird to me.
It's another part of the relationship that's a cherry on top. Her whole chin told the whole story.
Her chin, she was 3 levels behind her face.
Yeah.
And you could see her right there wanting to come out of there, but she held it back. It was like, I want to let y'all know that it didn't give what it was supposed to have gave.
What was it? The movie?
What movie?
The second movie was Us, but with the tea.
Lady with the teacup and the spoon.
That's what she looked like.
Sunken place.
Sunken place. That's what she looked like.
Yes.
Help me.
And then that one tear came down.
I'm never gonna come.
She's in herself falling. This is so cute. And why Dr. Mariana's eyes get so big to talk about other people's sex? Like, let's talk about the sex real quick. Like, where is your husband at?
And what do y'all wear?
Dr. Mariana, I'm gonna need you to bring it back. 3
Chill, bro. Chill.
The last thing they did in that scene, as far as they talked about, like, so how was it? They give it a rating. She was like, "Is it good? 2 thumbs up." And she was like, "Yeah."
Rachel's like,
2 thumbs up.
Jose and the guy called his name.
See that? Brett meets up with Michaela at the apartment, clubhouse or whatever, and they talk about their marriages. Brett reveals that after Dr. Viviana left, so did Ryan. He said he needed to go home, I guess, and Brett said that if this was a dating situation and, they were just hanging out, she would have let him go a long time ago, because she would say, like, you don't like me, let's not waste our time, let's move on. And then,
I think all the couples have been to that point already.
It's a shame. So that's it for their scene.
Yeah.
I mean, Michaela talked about her stuff. But,
I told y'all from like week 1 that Brett didn't like that girl. Or Ryan didn't like that girl.
Dr. Viviana goes and stops by Gil and Mirla's apartment. They rate where they're at in their marriage. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. Mirla says she's at a 7 because she's comfortable with him and says she's satisfied where they're at. Gil said he's at a 5. Reveals that in her past relationships, she was cheated on, so she doesn't just trust easy. So that's where she gets the hesitation from. What?
Might have a problem.
That's rough. That's very rough. Mirla says she holds kissing and intercourse at the same level of importance. So she just don't go around kissing everybody, like she just don't go around sleeping with everybody. So she, holds that near.
It might be the problem.
Gil says that he will divorce her if he doesn't kiss her. He done said that 19 times now already. And Mira looks at him and says, I really don't want you to continue to say like you would divorce me.
I just want you to keep to your word.
And
you said kissing and sleeping together is the same thing. So as soon as you kiss me,
it better be time.
That's what you said, right? That's what you said.
It better be time.
I'm going off what you. I swear, I just saw that clip. That's what she said.
She did say they're both as important to her. They're both as important.
Bet.
So when Gil said that he will divorce her if he doesn't get the kiss, and Mirla starts to tell him like, don't say that you will divorce me.
But I mean it.
And he's like, you can't tell me what to say. That's what I mean. That's what I feel.
That's what it is.
And she's like, well, don't say it that way though, because
it is what it is.
I don't know why she was like trying to brainwash him in that moment to be like, you're not gonna divorce me.
And she was talking to the wrong brain.
So then whatever happened in that moment, she got through to him and he was like, okay, I'll say it this way. How did he say it? He says, if she kisses me, then I won't divorce her. That's how he kind of flipped it. Essentially saying the same thing. Dr. Viviana stops by Bao and Johnny's apartment now. Johnny reveals that he was actually checking Bao out the other night when she made that salmon, what'd you call it? A lean cuisine?
Yeah.
That lean cuisine meal. He said that she was bending over to get, like, put the salmon in the oven, and he was, like, checking her out. She thought that was, like, oh, my God, I can't believe he was doing that. And I'm thinking, yeah, you haven't been married long enough at all, because you could just literally walk to the pantry and you're going to get sized up.
You see them steps right there? Kamara will sit right there at the bottom and let me go up first. She learned you can't walk up them steps in front of me. And don't come around here by, oh, these are cute jammies and they're the tight ones. No, they're not cute.
Listen,
They're
I can't
alluring.
be in any small space.
And I'm allured.
He's going to squeeze behind me to act like he got to get
All
something.
the
And I'm
time.
like, yo, give
It
me
never
air.
stops. It's no timeouts. It's no penalty boxes. We playing. It's game on all the time. I'm in immense love with my wife, and I want her at all times. Right now, she come too close.
Okay, well, let me stay
Y'all
right
gonna
here.
get a different kind of video.
Wait a second.
I love it. I'm sorry.
And that was pretty much it for their scene. Stop rubbing my leg. And that was it for their scene. They talked more about their sex life with Dr. Viviana, but we don't care. So this is a high level overview, spaceship level. You know what's happening? Trying to keep it real brief. See?
It's Friday night. I can't go out with the boys. You done mess that up. We here. I'm here for jokes all night.
Zach and Michaela go swimming, and they bring their assigned Married at First Sight questions with them too, to have those deep conversations. They swim a little bit, and then they play this game called like Blind Truth, where they have to blindfold each other and then ask questions and tell them truthfully. I guess because they're blind truth. Zach,
Listen, I'm not never telling nobody the truth if they got me blindfolded. See, you could punch me in the face.
oh, and you can't even see it coming.
Yeah, like no, the
And you just waiting
this
for
is
it.
blindfolded. Like,
Just waiting for it. And I punch
did you really go to the club with your
Boom.
boys instead of going to Top Golf the other night? Huh?
Boom.
Bam!
Right in your head.
Yo, no, I gotta see it coming. Like, watch out.
So, Zach does reveal during that
Blind fool is
blindfold-
what it is if you put the blindfold on. I ain't telling you nothing.
During the Blind Truth game, he does reveal that he actually does like her. And then she says, so do you see a future with me? And he goes, with the blindfold on. I don't see it. It's a little doubtful, but I hope that we could make it. And that was his answer to her in that scene.
Slap in the face.
Yeah, this is where we push you in the water.
I
With the blindfold
I
on.
could see a future. We just not in the same place in the future.
Next, Brett and Ryan are in their kitchen. Ryan comes home. Brett had cooked dinner for them. Apparently,
I don't want your food.
Ryan is just coming back from a reset. He said he needed 2 days to reset and regroup his mind after, meeting
Clean
with
out that
Dr.
last food you gave me.
After Dr.
How food that don't taste like something tear me up like this?
So apparently he
What you put
needed
on
a
the lemon
reset.
pepper? That's it? Nothing else? Just lemon pepper. That's it. No salt, pepper, regular pepper.
Can't do
Nothing else.
I cannot. Are you done?
Yeah.
My thing is though about the reset is how is it you're supposed to be married but you find time to reset every couple days to go back home to reset. Johnny went for a reset, Zach went for a reset, now Ryan's gone for a reset. I feel like in this season more people are going back to their own place to reset, and Married at First Sight producers, y'all ain't doing y'all's job.
You supposed to kidnap? No, you can't go back to. Like,
But the point
I'm still
is-
paying my mortgage. I'm not like Jose who paid off 2 houses, paid for his school, and got an 815 credit score. I'm not him. If I'm paying for it, I'm going back. I got my keys. You can't take them away. Bye.
I just feel like the purpose of the experience is to be together. So why are we not together? Everybody going home to reset. Then this ain't married at first sight. This is just meetup.com.
Quit telling them they're married. Tell them they got to buy a house. Get a mortgage together. That's how the show should start. Yeah. Do all the I do's. Go from the I do's to them sitting with a stack of papers and a pen and like, you sign here and then you sign here so y'all can't leave. Yeah.
It's like everybody's leaving and backing out.
The only reset button getting set around here is on the PlayStation. If Kamara walk in front of it, and mess up my game.
And the direct TV box. That's it.
And the Wi-Fi, the modem. They get reset too every once in a while. Like, ain't no wedding. I need a reset.
Right. Like, I feel like this season, to me, though, a lot of people are just kind of like escaping the reality of what a marriage is supposed to be, to go back to have their time to regroup and lay in their bed and be at their place. Like, if that's the case, then
they go get their Apple TVs.
How that work? Like, he done went home. Back to Zach real fast. He done went home a few days because he didn't feel comfortable staying there after the housewarming.
It's late now.
Then now you're back for the Apple TV situation.
And it's late. You didn't know how long it was gonna take you to get home.
This ain't Married at First Sight. Like, I don't know what this show is turning into, but it ain't what it's supposed to be. And Dr. Cal, Rihanna, and Dr. Pepper need to get their stuff together.
Don't talk about Dr. Pepper.
Ryan tells Brett that he wants her to call him out on things going forward when he starts acting some kind of way. Ryan said he's ready to continue to move forward in the process.
Wait. You already told me you don't like me, and you expect me to call you out when
so you can really dislike me?
Let me tell you what I do with people that don't like me. Bye. Sorry, Ryan. Bro, just tell her you don't like her, quit messing with her.
And that's it. That's it. And
y'all could be friends. Like, some of y'all couples just need to be friends. Like, yo, I know they want us to stay here. We got to make it through this. We not going to be married together. Let's just be cool. Let's be friends. Why be miserable? Have fun.
I agree. I totally agree. Next scene shows Gil and Mirla playing a game using all of their five senses, like some type of exercise. They sit together and sync their breathing, like for 3 minutes. Mirla reveals that she's feeling closer to her husband and feels closer to giving him a peck on the mouth. We don't care about that. Now, here is where the show gave what it was supposed to have. Jesus. Okay, so Jose, he on his little iPhone or whatever, and he says...
He had been crying.
He says him and Rachel was upstairs, chilling at the clubhouse, hanging out, and then Rachel calls him by another man's name. Child... Jose, it shows Jose going clean off on Rachel in the kitchen.
OFF.
AWF. Off. He's going off. And her arguing skills wasn't doing it for me. Rachel... Welcome to Kamara's cabaret.
Cabaret.
Let me show you how to cussle. Wow, real good and proper. Because you wasn't doing it for me. I want you to go in there and tell him.
Do you understand me? You're not going to talk to me like this. First of all, you call me out my name. I'm going to talk to you any kind of way I want to.
He said, do you want me to pull it off and throw it at you right now?
I ain't going to throw nothing at you.
All right, go on and,
But these words and these...
Keep acting up. That's what I'm going to say. Keep acting up. Go on and say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Then he starts saying...
Wait. This how you going to talk to me after you call me somebody else's name?
Listen.
No, tell me.
I'm going to act a fool. You go over here going off on me? Crazy. And you think I'm just going to be like... Who are you talking to?
That's a whole lot.
Married to
Jessica,
right
just
now?
Listen. If we sitting here having a conversation,
the rabbit, Jessica the rabbit,
your whole wig almost came off, and you go.
I'm like, hold on.
Exactly.
Who's Jessica?
Exactly.
Listen, I don't care. I didn't call you out your name. Yes, I may have called you by somebody else's name, but you're not going to tell me, get the F out, bounce. You're not going to talk to me crazy like that. I'm not saying he don't have a leg to stand on to be upset. But the disrespect and the fact she just took it. Like, you just took it for the team. Like, why are you taking this? Talk to him crazy, too.
Shit, that's why she ended up outside.
Yes, let me go further in the conversation.
I'm not going to talk to you crazy. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of knowing you pissed me off. I am going to kick you out. And I'm going to stand at the window next to the door. And watch you as you bang on the door.
They're in the
and just look
they don't
at
have
you.
That window. They got the peephole.
All right, well, I'm going to look through the peephole. But I'm going to tap on the door so you know I'm there. Just enough so you keep banging. Let me in! Let me in! You know, they die down. Let me in. You got it.
I just don't like the fact,
here.
like, yes, she's wrong. You know, I'm not saying she's not wrong, but I don't like the way she just took him talking to her crazy. That's the part I didn't like. So tell me, y'all, drop a comment in the comment section below. Was Jose right for going off on Rachel the way he did? What's your thoughts on that? Yeah. Was he right? He was justified to go off on her like that for being called somebody else's name in conversation?
Are we talking if it was right or what I would do?
Was it right for him to go off?
Again, are we saying what's right or what I would do?
Tell me both. Was it right?
Not for me to decide.
What would you do?
A judge at 12 of mine.
You do.
What would I do?
Yeah.
Gotta go.
You gonna kick her out?
Yeah.
Well, it would be me.
But I'm not gonna come then, get the F out. You thought you for the streets. Some of that might happen, but then you gotta go. You just told me 3 days ago you cheated for 6 years. And now
she didn't say that for 6 years. She cheated one time in year 2 of an 8-year relationship. Let's give the facts.
Facts as told by who?
The
person that cheated? Yeah, I'm going to believe their facts. So she cheated for the last 6 years of her last relationship. And now you call me by other people's names?
In conversation. It wasn't like they were in bed. Like, during the act, it was in conversation.
Okay.
I'm laying out the scenario.
Right. I didn't throw you out on your head. I asked you to leave.
All right.
And didn't allow you to come back in.
All right.
Like, yeah, same thing.
Let's move on. There's more to come.
But you are getting out of my house tonight. I am gonna secure my property.
Let's move on before we go all down that road. Let's move on. So before we get there, let's just talk about Brett and Ryan because that was the next scene.
Really?
Yes, we got to get
all
it in
the
order.
things you're gonna make me hold up to talk about the good stuff is Brett and Ryan.
They went for a
the
tangent.
Most boring people on the show, and you're gonna hold me up from start talking about the fight for Brett and Ryan. Fine, go ahead.
Brett and Ryan went for their
nobody
tantric
cares.
Yoga. They put their hands on each other's chests to feel each other's heartbeats to try to get connected, and that was it for their scene.
And this type of activity is why he don't like you. Don't put your hands on my chest. Put it lower.
All right. All right. Now let's get into Jose and Rachel. So they come back.
Get the F out. You don't leave, okay? Okay. You mad? You big mad?
I ain't gonna
I'm not gonna argue with you. Bitch, I mean steak and shrimp, lobsters and steaks.
Let me get there.
Talking crazy. I got this surfing turf for one intentionally.
My face is hurting.
He's drinking wine.
Let me get there. Let me get there. Can I tell it in the order?
Can I help you?
They're back to Rachel and Jose.
Hold on, let me go melt this butter.
They're in the kitchen. It's the next morning after he went clean off on her. They're discussing how he acted.
Crisp. All this crisp.
Jose is cooking up those steaks and lobsters that you were talking about and looking so unbothered as he's cooking up these steaks. He looking real unbothered as he cuts up these steaks, the shrimp. Rachel says, I don't trust you.
Okay.
He's like, my parents didn't raise me to have a man talk to me like this.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you locked me out? He's like, oh, okay. She said, I secured my property every night. I
didn't know what you was out doing or who you was doing it with.
He says, I secure my property every night before going to bed. So I didn't know where you was. I secured my property and I went to sleep. Let me get my butter. Rachel said she went to everybody's apartment and banged on the door. It was like 1:15 a.m. He's steady looking unbothered. Nobody answered the door for Rachel, which is another cause for concern. Was everybody back at their house? Where was everybody at?
They didn't want her there either.
So then Rachel
what
said,
happens if somebody come banging this door at 2:30 in the morning? You letting them in?
You know I'm not.
I don't care if it's the people we know from across the street.
I'm not opening.
I'll be right on the ring. What do y'all got going on out there?
I'm not talking to you. No.
Do you need fire, police, or ambulance?
We will call whatever you need, but I'm not opening this door, nor am I coming near the door to even see what you. That's how I work. But Rachel said to Jose, you don't seem remorseful. You don't seem apologetic. She says, so I cannot be your wife. And he's like, oh, okay. Makes sense.
You
okay.
and them round ass teeth can get out.
So he goes on.
Take your molested toothpaste out with you too. Ain't no saving it.
So
take all of it.
So Jose, pretty much to me, he turned into Little John in that moment. She's going off about how you don't respect me. I wasn't ready. He's like, okay.
I don't care. I done paid off 2 houses. I paid off my college. I got an 815. Did you not see the board? See my board? Me minus you equals me with 815. I don't care. I done paid off 2 houses. Who are you?
That's doggone bored.
Go get a credit card. Go to Switzerland. Bye.
Overall, Jose was acting up. He put on like a very sinister, sarcastic type of energy. So even though she was trying to be serious with him and try to like say, you know, you didn't act like somebody I knew, like you didn't act like the husband I knew, he was just like,
I don't care.
And then he had that surf and turf there, like you said, and he wasn't worried about it. He was like, okay, like, you got anything else? And she's like, well, I'm gonna go pack. He was like, okay. Let me know if you need help. There's some boxes up front. You can use those.
I'm here to help if you need me.
He that kind of person though is like they're trying to be nonchalant. You got something to say?
No, I'm that person.
That kind of person, they're trying to be overly nonchalant to get to you. And she allowed that to get to you. Like what you need to do is match that same energy. You don't care? I don't care. I'm not going to give you nothing because you're not giving me nothing. It's a joke. This is funny to you. We could kiki. That's what you want to do. She was wrong for, you know, I will say that. She was wrong for calling him somebody else's name.
3 weeks in, bro, I'm cutting ties.
Listen, at this point.
And you already told me you cheated for 6 years out of the 8-year relationship you was in. I'm good, bro.
So she reveals that she couldn't get into anybody's apartment. She said what she was doing when she got locked out was that she was walking Brittany, the producer, out and talked to her a little bit more about what was going on, you know, that night. Mm-hmm. Now, when she went to go pack her stuff, Brittany, the producer, again, comes out and is like, Jose. Medusa. She was like, you're not going to fight for your marriage, and I can't stop looking at that white eyeliner. It made the faux locks look very Medusa-ish because of that super thick white eyeliner.
Let's make her see me as Boo Boo the Fool. She think I'm gonna stay here and fight for this. She street me. I told y'all this last week. She street me. I'm supposed no.
So
No.
I guess somehow
No.
Brittany got her to come out and talk to him
No.
again about it, and
I understand you doing your job, Brittany, but no.
she got them to talk.
She can go.
Rachel says that she just wants to let him know that she's been holding things in as a build-up for 2 weeks prior to this argument. Anyway, she
Past
says
due bills,
she feels like
overdue credit card statements,
she feels like Jose is controlling.
ambition to go on another trip where you ain't paid for the last trip. You've been holding in a lot. Go ahead.
She feels like Jose is controlling and that she doesn't fit the mold that he has created for her and doesn't
Right.
allow her to make, her own decisions for herself. Like
Trifling wasn't on his list.
If you felt all these things, why are you bringing it up now, boo-boo? Like, you don't have a leg to stand on after you don't call the man
Her teeth
somebody
was
else.
strong, hold it together. They wouldn't let it out of her mouth. You better hold it back. Hold it back. Hold it back. Hold on. Hold on.
Game of Thrones. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't.
Yo.
No, but I just feel like this is bad timing for you to try to bring up an argument and think you're going to win the case when you're already in wrong. So just take your L, right? Take your L and say, you know what? I was in the wrong. I didn't like how
Wait, who you talking to?
Rachel,
Okay.
take your L.
Mm-hmm.
You can't try to bring up all these arguments now. It's too far in the game. Like, it's like court. It's like you didn't
Why are
bring
we
this
arguing?
beforehand. You should have
Why are
brought these
we
arguments
arguing?
ahead of time. You can't bring up
Why are we
evidence that we
arguing?
didn't talk
We
about.
not even on this lease. The Lifetime channel is on this lease. I got 2 houses I go back to.
If you don't stop talking about these 2 houses.
Credit score is 815.
I just felt like she brought her timing for her arguments it's bad timing. You can't use this right now. So she says that Jose said he's thrown because he's never heard any of these complaints before. And here she come trying to bring this up. And he said, like, I know in this moment you expect me to say I'm sorry. And I know that's what you want to hear, but I'm not giving it to you. And she was like, it would make everything better if you would just say I'm sorry.
I'm
like
sorry
you're making
for
it
what?
worse.
What am I sorry for?
His reaction to how
Till you calling me somebody else's name.
bingo.
I need you to say that every time. Don't say the incident. Don't say what happened. Say what the hell happened. You mean when you called me another man's name? Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I didn't like the way you reacted that. Reacted to what? You called me another man's name?
You gonna say every time.
That's what it all stems from. I would have wanted to act out like Jose did and lock you out and do all this other stuff. But that same thing that keeps me from crying on TV would keep me...
Shade.
It would get me back in check. I might blow up and I play with y'all and tell y'all crazy stuff. But it would be like, I would get myself in check and be like, oh, okay, play it cool. Mm-hmm. But you still gotta go. Like, it's over with. Because I would rather lose you than to possibly look a fool.
Oh, I'm
especially after 3 weeks.
Oh, I'm with you. I am not about
I'm not
to
doing
be
it.
nobody's
So
fool,
yeah,
especially on TV.
I wouldn't have been as it wouldn't have been as many sparks, but it would have been like you closing a door. Like that's it. There's no more.
You would have shut it down.
It's
fast,
over with. Yeah.
Fast.
Deuces.
Anyways, she's
You're
looking
not
for
gonna
an
have me looking
apology.
a fool. You done told me you cheat. And now you call me another man's name, and I'm supposed to be like, okay, well, it was a mistake. How long until you sleeping with my best friend? Get out of here.
Giving that Igor voice from.
Because that's
Winnie
what
the
you
Pooh.
gotta be, an Igor ass dude to accept that. Okay. Babe, I'm gonna go get my nails done, and me and the girls are just gonna go for some quick drinks.
And Tyrone.
Come back.
Just kidding.
Come back at 3 a.m. Oh, Cindy's just been going through a lot. We just kept drinking. I lost my track of time. Well, you ain't got no panties on. She was laughing so hard, I peed a little bit on myself. And okay.
How you just create this whole story in your head?
The same type of dude that go for getting called some other dude name, go for the other stuff I mentioned. I'm sorry, and maybe I might be wrong, and that's okay. But I'm choosing to live my life that way. And if it bites me in the ass, then oh well. I might miss out on some great people. Cool. Yeah, listen, if guys and girls just dealing with people. If we say we meet up, We plan to meet up at 10. You don't show at 10:30? I'm never meeting you again.
Oh, come on now. Come on. You got to give a grace period. Even your job.
10:30. My job pay me to be there. I get paid to be. It's a different kind of contract. This is voluntary. You get one time to stand me up, and I'm good.
You right, though.
I don't run behind nobody.
Nobody.
I'd rather be in my house lonely crying to myself than to be out in these streets chasing behind people to be cool with. You crazy.
Okay.
I'm good.
I feel you.
We're bleeding into other stuff.
Yeah. And then
real life.
You got some stuff on your
life. Real life. People don't like you when you let them know you not that important to me.
Okay.
Not like you think. Like, I don't want nothing bad to happen to you, but.
You done? Whoever you're talking to out
Everybody.
here. Because it ain't me.
Oh, everybody.
It ain't me.
Everybody. Her too.
The
you
hell?
don't like me? Bye. You can leave. Go on. Do it right there.
That's how I feel too. You
I will
don't tell
secure
me.
my property.
I'm done. Next, Johnny and Bao get a gift basket from the Married at First Sight producers. It has like a little homework assignment in there for them to like bring them a little closer. They get like little sensual games, like a little costume for her to like be his doctor. She rolls the dice. They have like a little axe for them to like, blow on your neck or
Do people
lick
need
your
these?
navel.
Lick my navel. See what happens. Go for it. I dare you.
Patrick would get through one dice roll. He'd be like, we don't need those. We don't need those. We don't need those.
Yo, it's the dice. I'm ready to go.
Like, what is what we doing? This is what we doing?
Yo, I walk in the room like, oh, you got the dice.
Something is right. And this is why
2 turns.
my husband is out of his mind. And that was pretty much it for this scene. That's all they did. And that would be it
pretty
for
much
his
it for the whole
scene.
show. All right, we're at the end, right?
Get out of here.
It's been nice.
There's
We'll
no
see y'all
dice
next
here.
week.
There's no dice here. Go on and get back in your seat.
That's all right.
Tyrone.
I know 7.
Patrick. I'm just kidding.
Next week, I'll be by myself.
I'm just kidding. Let's move on to the final few scenes of this episode. In the final few scenes of this episode, the girls meet up with each other to do like the rage room thing where they kind of like smash, old items, take their aggression out on old TVs and tables that ain't did nothing to them.
People pay good money to go break up stuff people already threw
People
away
looking
in
for
the
side
trash.
tables.
What kind of business? You got the best business plan in the world. What you gonna do with your life now? I got this truck. I think I'm gonna drive around, pick up old TVs and breakable stuff people don't want no more.
Yeah.
Take it to one of them U-Haul
warehouses,
storage rooms. Get people gloves and a hammer and let them go at it and break stuff.
Let them go to town.
Oh, so you just gonna donate all the stuff? Nah. Make them pay for it. And make them pay for the hammer to use, too. So you go get free stuff, make people pay to break the free stuff, and pay to break the stuff with the tools.
It's genius.
I'm the break room. And call it the break room. Like in your job, the break room.
Yeah, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, we gonna see Susan this weekend at the break room.
The break room. That's kind of dope. Anyways, the guys meet up with each other to play golf. So it's like a girls and guys date kind of a thing. During their outings, Gil reveals that Mirla finally kissed him. He said he was in the kitchen and she just came up to him and just gave him a kiss on the mouth. And he was like, are you sure you want to do that? And she gave him a second kiss. So.
Oh, yay! Oh my God! I got a kiss! It's a mid-30-year-old person. A kiss.
A kiss, a peck on the mouth. Not even like a make-out kiss, or just a peck. We're almost home. So then Jose reveals during the golf game that him and Rachel got into it and tells the group that she asked for a divorce. And they were like, how you go from all this love and affection and everything to just want to get a divorce? He says, well, she called me by somebody else's name and then I, accidentally locked her out. He's like, so we exchanged some words and then I went to go take a leak is what he said. And then, I went and locked the door, and I guess I accidentally locked her out. He knew what he was doing. You see how he tried to tell the story in his favor? That's also lying. I just want you to know that.
I locked her out.
All the guys
She
were
called
like,
me somebody else's name, so I locked her out.
yeah, all the guys said,
I don't
like,
care
he's
whether you
leaving
think.
details
I
out.
don't care. I don't care. She called me somebody else's name. I locked her out.
Just be straight up about it. Like, you was
She hurt my feelings. I locked her out.
Yeah, you were intentional with the lockout. Like, you did it on
Deadbolt
purpose.
on. Then I laid in bed and listened to her bang on the door.
Tell it.
Like, that's what you did. That's what happened.
Tell it.
So why are we covering? I fell asleep. I'm a hard sleeper. I fell
He was
asleep.
like, well, I secure my property.
Nah, bro. She called me somebody else's name. Ex did that to me. I found out she was sleeping with my best friend. It took me somewhere. So I went ahead when she went out with the producer with the Medusa hair. I locked her ass out. I turned the deadbolt and locked her ass out. Then I laid in there and I started to feel bad. And then I heard her bang. And by that time, she already knew I had locked her out. So it was like, I got to ride out. So I laid back, pulled the covers up around my chest. Jose!
And continued the bang.
Jose! I'll fix the toothpaste! Too late, you dirty toothpaste pouring effer. Jose! Jose! I'll pay my bills on time. You promise? Not just the minimum amount. No, I don't believe you. Like, you locked the girl out. Just be real.
What I loved was when they went to the guys, they were like, yeah, there's definitely details left out. They're like, there's definitely holes left to this story. And then Ryan goes, I've never accidentally deadbolted my
Never happened.
Ryan
Them
was
automatic locks get me out all the time.
Yes,
I ain't never
yes.
locked the deadbolt on accident.
on accident.
I forgot where she was.
So then that showed me his true character in that moment, where you're going to have a group of people and tell them that you went to use the bathroom and locked the door accidentally. And they were like, and you knew your wife wasn't home? Like, Gil wasn't here for it. Gil is me. Gil is me in the situation. I would have been asking all the questions. So you mean to tell me you locked the door knowing she wasn't in the house and you didn't call to check to see where she was? Like, I'm not
That
just
kind
going
of
to let
defeats
you.
the purpose of locking her out the house,
But
don't
he's
it?
trying to put on for the city that he didn't lock her out on purpose. Like, own it. Own
That's
it. I also
locked the deadbolt on her.
He ain't gonna reveal it. And Gil tried to jam him up for him to tell, the story the way he was supposed to tell the story, but he never really did. And he even left out
Gil,
how
won't
he
you be
cussed-
quiet? Won't you go over there and create a plan on how to do more than a kiss with your wife? You do that?
He also did not
Kids
reveal
and
that he cussed the girl out. He did cuss the girl out. He didn't reveal that to the group. He left that out conveniently in the conversation. In the other scene,
bitch.
in the
That's
rage
cussed
room,
out.
Rachel is telling the girls that she no longer loves Jose.
She didn't in
She
the
feels
first
like
place.
she's in unmarked territory and she doesn't trust
You
him
married
anymore.
somebody you don't know. Of course you're in unmarked territory.
And-
That's what unmarked is. Have you ever done it before? Then you on unmarked territory. You ever smashed an old TV and paid to do it? No, you're in unmarked territory.
That was the end of
Idiot.
episode 10. What do you think about this episode? Drop your comments in the comment section below. I cannot wait to hear from you. Do
I
you
don't think Jose was wrong
right?
for being upset like that.
I think she was wrong for
I
calling
think he
him
could have
another
handled
man's
it
name.
in a much more malicious and hurtful way.
Stop it. I think that she was wrong for calling him another man's name. I'm interested to hear what y'all think about if he's right to have gone off on her the way he did. I just want to know what y'all think. Drop your comments in the comment section below, and also let me know about everything else in the episode. So please be
Find out who
sure.
Tyrone is, so you got a spike for her.
Please be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button to support our channel. We thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for allowing me one extra day of rest to get this to you. My sinus infection is getting better as we speak.
She wasn't sick.
Something got to be falling off of me for him to feel like I'm sick or broken. That ain't right. That ain't right. But anyways,
You gotta persevere.
I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you. You got something to say? In the next episode.
Look
Bye.
how her voice changed now. And nasal congestion. You was just talking fine throughout the whole video. I go up and nasally now. Yo, I could not breathe. Ain't nothing is coming out here.
All right. Are you done?
This is the same person after I work 12 hours and it's 10:30 at night. We still gotta film. We gotta give the people what they want. Blah, blah, blah.
I felt well.
But I didn't.
You should have spoke up. Put him sick leave like I did.
I just don't know if I can sit here and tell them the jokes they want to hear. I just don't want them to be angry with me.
Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in next week's episode next Friday. Bye, you guys.
Unless Kamar gets a hangnail or stubs her toe. It was the neck the week before.
It was out.
Oh, there you go. She gonna have one of them
A cast.
you know, the carpal tunnel brace on next week now. Every week.
But it do seem like it's always me. Why is it always me?
Because when it's me, I just go. I just do it. I don't get to be
You know why?
sick or
Because he
upset.
don't got to do all of this.
Oh,
He
here
don't
we
got to
go.
do all of this.
Here come the carpal tunnel. You don't have to type the notes.
Bye, you guys.
And thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and comment down below.